This week's show, we're going to be taking a look at Shimano's new E7000 motor that was launched out of the Roc de Jour. We've got Julien Absalon on his e-bike too, a real cool interview with him. And also we've got the new Cannondale e-bike as well. Check this one out. Welcome to this week's EMBN show. It's pretty lonely on set. Unfortunately, Steve hasn't made it back from the Roc de Jour festival. He could be sipping cocktails back at the hotel pool, could be lost in the airport, lost in transit, God knows, but hopefully he'll make it back for next week. So as we all know, the Roc de Jour festival was last week. Loads of cool e-bike tech stuff going on out there. I saw the video that Steve shot this week out on the channel already. That looks really good. If you haven't seen that one, check that one out. What caught my eye from that video was the Polini range of motor, the battery, 1000 watt hours of power, 2 batteries, 1 frame, looked really cool. That's a really exciting thing for me. But the talk of the show was the new Shimano E7000 motor. It's kind of like a budget motor and battery, hopefully going to be bringing that price of the e-bikes down, see them a lot more accessible for a lot more people. But let's chuck to Steve, check that one out now.
Shimano's new E7000 e-bike system, very similar to the existing E8000, but there's a few subtle differences. First of all is what this motor is aimed at. Now this motor is aimed at more of the recreational user compared to the E8000, which is aimed more at rugged, technical, extreme riding. However, there's many similarities between the two motors, and the E7000 has got all the technologies used in the E8000. There's only a few things different really. I mean, the first thing obviously is it's more cost effective than the E8000, which means there's a few cosmetic differences. But what that means is the brands are able to put the E7000 on bikes which are less expensive, maybe bikes starting at £2,500 compared to the E8000, which is aimed at maybe more 3,000 upwards. If you were to compare it to, say, a normal mountain bike drivetrain, then the E7000 is your SLX, whereas the E8000 is more XT. One other interesting feature of the new E7000 is actually 2 decibels quieter than the E8000, and that is actually quite significant. So we're here in Roc de Jour, and if you want to see a more in-depth video on the E7000, it's already online down here. So that's it for now. Go and check out that video. I'm going to get back out there in the rain.
So it's really cool to see Shimano bringing that price point down of their motors too. Hopefully we see some of the big names as well follow suit and make that more accessible. See more people on e-bikes, that'd be awesome. Other news, Cannondale just brought out the new Motera Neo e-bike. This looks really good, a total freshen up from last year. This year they've gone to an internal battery rather than the external one of last year. Comes with that Bosch CX powerful motor as well, with all the different eMTB modes. There's 3 different models available in this as well, ranging from the 1 to the 2 to the 3, all different price points, so a good move from those. Got the SI motor mount, basically tilts the motor up so it shortens the chain stays, allowing that bike to be a lot more agile, for manualing. Shorter back end makes it a lot more flickable too. Nice little thing as well, I've seen they've involved a light company, so the higher end bikes come with that big night riding light, so it means you can extend those after work hours out on that e-bike. So a nice move from Cannondale, and something we're seeing quite a lot of all the big manufacturers doing this year is involving lights. We've got the high bike with their big Skybeamer headlight, Cannondale with this light. Who else is going to combine that big light package to make even more e-bike hours, riding hours accessible? Really good move from those guys. So big news on the night riding front, Exposure have just launched a brand new e-bike range. It's e-bike specific. These lights actually connect to the battery on your e-bike, meaning no batteries, no wires. It's really clean and a real exciting move from Exposure. So good work, guys. Can't wait to see them test them out on the trails. In other news, whilst we were out at the Roc de Jour, Steve managed to bump into Julien Absalon. This guy is an absolute legend. He's the most winningest, most successful XC rider ever. He's recently retired, but he's still concentrating on lots of riding, including e-bike riding. Check out what he had to say on e-bikes now.
Twice Olympic gold medalist, 5 times the world champion, and 7 times World Cup Series champion, Julien Absalon is the first person ever to win a national title awarded by any federation worldwide. Julien, first of all, why e-bikes?
Because e-bike is a really cool way to ride. When you are a cross-country racer, it's really interesting to ride the e-bike for training. You can do some recovery ride, and also you can do some really fun ride. So now I stopped my career, and I I have a lot of fun on this kind of bike because you can really push hard on the pedal, and you can climb some incredible climbs. You can go really fast and downhill because you have big tires, big suspension. So I like it very much.
Two things you said there. So first thing, you've stopped your career, but could this be a new career, e-bike career?
First, I really want to have fun on bike. I really like to ride each kind of bike. I ride road bike, e-bikes, cross-country bike, enduro bikes, and I have fun on all of these bikes.
Yeah.
But especially with this kind of bike, it's a smiling machine.
You also said that you can climb crazy technical climbs. Do you think you can climb more technical climbs on this than on your other cross-country bike?
For sure, really, because you have your leg powers and the power of the motor.
Now, you won the national championships. This is quite an important moment in time for mountain biking, do you think?
It was nice for me to take part of this first official race, and it's nice now. I won it, so I'm really proud of that to be the first national champion.
Yeah. What's the feedback been like from your fellow racers?
First, I think the mentality are changing now. Before, 2 years ago, when cross-country racer was saying, I do e-bikes, you do e-bike, it's for lazy persons, it's for old guys. But now the mentality are changing.
Yeah.
And I trying to explain to everyone, I like to push to go hard on my road race, to go hard on my cross-country race, but I also really like to push on an e-bike. And it's everybody can do it. E-bikes are not only for the person who are not able to ride normal bikes.
Yeah, absolutely. So yourself and Nico Vulioz, the two most successful mountain bike racers ever. You are now, e-bike ambassadors. It's both from France. France really is ahead of the curve when it comes to e-bikes, right? You have like the USA and the UK. They're a little bit behind, but France really is all about e-bikes, right?
Yes, I know very well Nico Vulioz, and we will ride next week together.
Oh, really?
Yes, we live close. We live at 1 hour.
Yeah.
He lives at 1 hour from here.
Yeah.
So I will go to visit him and ride with him. So it will be a really fun ride, I think.
So have you been riding before?
Not yet,
Right,
but we will do it more this winter.
Can you imagine Nico Vulioz and Julien Absalon riding e-bikes? Can you imagine the stuff they're going to be doing in the mountains?
And
Crazy.
And Fabien Barrel will join us. So
That sounds like a recipe. That's not for the faint-hearted. But then again, the fittest people still are at the top, regardless of whether it's an e-bike or a non-e-bike, right? It's always about the fit people.
yes, exactly.
Yeah. So, Julien, thanks for joining us. Congratulations on winning the first ever national title. Look forward to catching up with you on the technical trails.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So Marin have finally joined the e-bike party. They've launched a Nail Trail E hardtail, so it's the E1 and the E2. It's 140mm travel fork, 66-degree head angle. It's a long, low, slack, modern-day trail bike, but combined with that Shimano E7000 motor, 203 rotors front and rear, straight out of the factory. So some impressive stopping power on a modern-day trail bike with that awesome motor and battery from Shimano. This one looks really sweet. So one of the things I hate most about my e-bike is probably the primitive derailleur cassette hole scenario on the back wheel. And Kervelo have actually done away with that whole system. They've actually managed to build a waterproof, dustproof motor and 12-speed gearbox all in one unit connected with a battery that fits easily into the down tube. So this is massive news for e-biking. So we're going to get rid of all that stuff off the back wheel. Hopefully just run a single-speed belt drive transmission. This thing is dustproof, waterproof, and it really does look really cool. 12-speed combined really is a way forward, and there's literally zero maintenance on this thing apart from just regular gearbox oil changes. That's all this bike needs. So we've done away with cables, dirty chains, things like that. This is a massive move. I really hope this is going to move things forward. So if you own a Giant bike, they've launched a new ride control app, a really good way of connecting with your bike. The 2019 bikes will all connect to this app. It's quite similar to all the rest of the systems out there. Monitor your ride, can change the power of the bike. There's a really cool fitness section on there as well, so you can put in as many calories as you want to burn, and then that motor will tailor that power output to make sure you burn those calories off. So good move from Giant. Make sure you download that one if you own one of those Giant bikes. So it's time for feedback of the week. This one's from Steve's epic ride up in Scotland to Knoydart with Hannah Barnes. Got some interesting ones here. Let's have a look. So Alexander Gospic, great video, fantastic scenery. Love this kind of stuff, but I'd be waiting for a sunny day to do this. Hate riding in wet conditions and being wet on the bike. Wet feet and wet shoes is one of the worst feelings ever. We need more women like Hannah in the world. Kudos to the team. So totally agree with that one. You know, Hannah, and especially a trail dog as well. That was amazing to see them getting around that sort of distance. But that's part of e-bike, I'm afraid, getting out there in the elements. That's where they thrive, especially winter conditions, and make that trip extra special. So good work to Steve on that one. And we've got Mr. EIT. You should definitely produce more of these kind of videos. They're the best part of EMBN. Skip that sensuous, stupid bike park jumping videos instead. Thumbs up, smiley face. So yeah, a bit of sarcastic there, but we try on EMBN to create videos for everyone to appeal, you know, to everyone out there, make e-biking accessible to everyone from beginner to pro. And we like to inspire people with different content every week. So hopefully we're delivering that at the minute. We've got Chris Graves. As much as it pains me to like an e-bike video, it had to be done for this one. What an amazing experience this must have been. Totally agree. I'm gutted I missed out on that one, but I was busy doing some other trips at the time. Love to have gone out there, but we've got more epic videos coming up on the channel, so keep an eye out for that one. There's going to be some bigger, more epic trips than Steve went on, if that's possible. So on EMBN, we're launching a new show. It's called Ask EMBN. It's where you, the viewer, can ask us any questions you like about e-biking, absolutely anything. All you got to do is drop us a comment in the box below, hashtag Ask EMBN, then put your question. We'll collate all those questions up and get back to you later on in the week in that show. So looking forward to that one. Get those questions coming in ASAP. So it's time for Climb of the Week. Let's have a look, see what we've got. So we've got Vincent sent in his 2018 Specialized Levo Comp. No battery due to Park City regulations. So he's out in Park City resorts in Utah, hitting the downhill trails in Park City with his mates, Westside Bike Gang. He's basically ridden without the battery because it's not allowed to Park City law. 1,300 feet of climbing with a 31% max grade. He said he may have pushed a bit of that. I don't blame you riding without a battery. 2,800 feet of descent, just 1 of 5 runs of the day. It goes to show the Levo is a phenomenal bike, even without a battery. But yeah, I agree with them. I looked, when I first saw that picture, I was like, oh, you're cheating. Got that e-bike out against your mate on the normal trail bikes as well. But good work. He's 6 foot, 120 kilos, and he makes his Levo look like a BMX, and I agree with that. Good work, repping the EMBN jersey. Good to see you guys out there repping us. Keep it up. So it's time for Electrics. This week we're going to be taking a look at the Bunny Hop. Welcome to Electrics. This week we're taking a look at the Bunny Hop, an essential skill out there on the trails. You might come across a big rut or big puddle, you just want to bunny up that bike over, save getting covered in mud or water splashing up in your face over your bike. The way we do the Bunny Hop is approach it at good speed. Obviously dependent on the gap you want to go on, you need to tailor your speed to jump that gap. But what we're doing is we come into it, we have good foot forward, we come in, we squash the bike really hard on suspension, getting that suspension loaded up, then we spring up all in one fluid movement, bringing that back wheel up, pulling down, back and up with your feet, almost curling those pedals, curling your feet around those pedals and bringing that back wheel up, whilst bringing the handlebars up in a fluid motion as well. Bring that bike up, scoop it up as high as you can, keep it tucked up for as long as you can as well, and then extend your legs and your arms, land away and ride away smoothly. So a really good way of practicing those bunny hops is to get in a car park, use a white line, just get that timing right, make sure you're not hitting any of your wheels on that white line. Step it up, take it to a small stick or a log across the trail, get that timing right and progress onto bigger things. So this week on Ghetto Tech, we've had this one in from Stefan Jones. Said he was riding back from his friend's barbecue, had a few glasses of wine, sheep jumped out in front of him, so he swerved, went over the handlebars into the hedge, jumped out, and his seat dropper lever was broken. So all he did was grabbed a bit of stick out of the hedge, replaced it, and carried on with his ride. Good work, Stefan. Just remember, kids, don't drink and ride. It doesn't make for a good ride, and you could end up like Stefan, so keep away from that drink. So it's time for Where in the World, and this week we've got Baptiste from Switzerland. Let's just find out. Here we go. So he's got his Scott E Genius 720 chucked in the back of his 1976 Austin Mini. And check this guy out. He's actually had to remove his shock, his wheels, turn his handlebars, flick the swing arm over, and make this bike super short to fit in his bike. But a fair play to getting that in the in his Mini on the back seat as well. He says in the French, well, I might say it was done finger in the nose, as we say in French. So I'm taking that means fitting something in quite a small space. God knows. But yeah, good work and good commitment for trying to getting that bike to fit in the back of that car. Nothing worse than trying to fit your bike in a tiny little car. So good work, Baptiste. It's a really good way of supporting the channel and helping us make all these cool videos that we make for you on a weekly basis is buying some merch as well. We've got quality stuff, we've got nice sweatshirts, hoodies, beanie hats, t-shirts, race jerseys, you name it, we do it. So check out the EMBN shop for all that cool stuff. So it's time for Insta Bangers. This week, Jerome Clements caught my eye. Testing his new Cannondale Matera out. Check this climb out, super gnarly, mega rooty. I don't even think this would probably be possible on a normal bike. With that power of Jerome as well, just cruising up there like it's a smooth tarmac road. So it's time for my favourite part of the show. It's the EMBN Bike Vault. Let's get in there. So we've got Adam sent on his Voltron A-Trail. He's in South Overlook, Iowa City, Sugar Bottom Bike Trails. Over the past month and a half, trails have been closed due to flooding and wet conditions. This was the last few minutes of sunshine before the raindrops stopped falling. So that's going to give this one, I do like it, it is quite nice. I was going to give that one a nice. So moving on, we've got Sergi here with his Commensal Metapower 29. I haven't seen too many of these out on the trails, but a really nice looking bike. Nice backdrop. He's out in Goose Creek. I am liking that. Look at the background as well. Colour's good. That Fox fork looks amazing as well. I'm gonna give that one a super nice. Okay, so we've got Darren sent on his Carrera Vulcan. He's got a big battery pack on there. It specs a 52 volts, 28 amp hours, 1,500 watt hour battery, 2,000 watt rear hub motor. It's a bit different to the usual stuff we see on EMBN. Obviously, we normally focus on mid-drive, 250 watt hours, but it's nice and fair play for putting that together. Looks pretty sweet. Next, we've got Scott, 2019 Trek Powerfly Plus, Sonoran Desert, Arizona, USA. Big cactus in the background. Cactus marks his halfway point on his 40-mile round trip from his garage. So we don't see too many bikes on that kind of angle, but I'm actually feeling that, and it's quite different. That cactus in the background. I'm gonna give that one a super nice. Oh, moving on, we have got Dusko with a brace of Canevos, and a Levo in there as well. Kirk Island, Croatia, brought them all yesterday and took them all for their first ride, so fair play. 3 of them out, hitting the trails, all on brand new e-bikes. In Croatia as well, look at that, bit of blue sky, can't beat that, super nice. Moving on, we have got John here, his 2018 Specialized Carbon Comp Levo, Big Bear in California, big tracks out there as well. Exploring the great trails near my house in Big Bear, California. That bike is looking sweet. Trails are looking good in the background, nice and dry. So nice. Next up, we've got Trevor with his Lapierre Overvolt XE500, Bunyavale State Park, Brisbane in Queensland. Just testing his new DVO forks out. Bike's a little bit lost on that dark patch on the tree, so I'm just going to give that one a nice bike though. We've got Stuart with a Specialized Canevo, Troy Lee Designs edition on there, so it looks pretty sweet. Townsville, Australia. Awesome trails after a little bit of rain. They don't get much rain out in Australia, do they? But that's a sweet looking bike. And I love that colour scheme. I love the colour, the corresponding parts as well, and that trail looks amazing. Love to have a bit of dry, dusty trail, so that's a super nice. Moving on, we have got Todd with his High Bike Full Life 5.0 in from Arizona, America. It's looking good as well. Exploring the desert. I think that just one's nice for me. Next up, Jens Petter, 2018 Focus Bold Plus from Norway. Out for a ride in the nice autumn sun a few kilometers from my home. Well, I didn't get an e-bike before. I'm so happy riding it, and I know what you mean. Makes you happy riding e-bikes, permanent smile on the face. I'm going to move on with that, and that's nice as well. Last one in the bike world, we've got Lee sending a specialised Levo comp out in a refuge up in Chamonix, French Alps, trying to get fit again after a paragliding crash. I love Chamonix, and that does look nice as well. Nice setting, nice mountains, blue sky, nice bike. That's a super nice for me. And that's it, we're out of the bike vault. Keep sending those bikes, and we love seeing those bikes. So coming up on the channel this week, we've got trailside hacks and bodges, all those little things you can do to get you out of the trouble on the side of the trails. Real cool video that. We've also got how to progress your riding from jumps to drops to trail speed. That's a really good one as well. We've also got Ask EMBN. So as I mentioned earlier on the show, if you've got any questions you want to ask us at EMBN, drop us a question in the comment box below, hashtag Ask EMBN. Then write your question to us. We're going to get back to you on a new show coming soon from EMBN. So that's it for today's show. Really hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to EMBN if you've enjoyed today's show. We've got loads of cool e-bike content. If you've enjoyed today's show, we've got more videos up here. We've got Steve and Hannah's epic ride up in Scotland. We've got my top 10 eMTB tips for beginners as well. That's a really cool one. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you liked it. Drop us some comments in the box below. Don't forget, if you've got a question, hashtag Ask EMBN. We'll see you next week.